Can I just say, for those of you who read Wired magazine in America, I don't know why, but the UK Wired magazine is generally, this is the UK version, is generally like 2 to 3 times as thick and is much better. And I don't understand why. It's very confusing. But if you are somebody who reads Wired magazine in the US, I would strongly recommend you find the UK version because it's just like, it's an awesome magazine, but it's so much better than the US one. It's so much better. I read it religiously. I'm subscribed.
What's it about?
It's a tech magazine.
Okay.
So like this feature article is about this payment system, which is behind like massive websites and various other things, but it just like has tech from around the world, like even agricultural tech and just like all kinds of different things. There's actually an article about gaming and esports in there,
Ooh.
which is pretty cool. Mentions Overwatch, of course, not Counter-Strike, but there we go.
I thought they said esports. I'm kidding. I'm joking. It's a joke. It's a jab, guys.
Yeah, it's a cool magazine. I love it. I thoroughly enjoy and look forward to editions of that.
Well, maybe I'll take a look at it now. You recommended it?
I strongly
recommend
recommend it.
I'll get the UK version.
I think it's good. Yeah, it comes with a sticker in America that says UK edition. I bought this one when I was in London. Well, I got it. It was delivered to my house. So, but if you buy it in I guess like a Barnes and Noble or somewhere like that, they might have it, and it would have a sticker that says UK edition. And
I bought a magazine in probably over 10 years.
I love magazines, actually.
It's a good feel.
I got an iPad version of this once, and I hated it. It was horrible.
You like the feel?
I can do a Kindle though. I eventually converted to a Kindle, but like magazines on an iPad or something, not quite there. Let me see if I can find the esports article. By the way, if you are just joining us, we are about to go into Inferno with Faze and Nip. But in the meantime, there's Neil deGrasse Tyson talking about how a lot of scientific things like X-ray machines and stuff came from military research from scientists. Because a lot of the best scientists go to end up doing stuff in the military.
Where the money is.
Medicine, yeah, and then medicine comes out of it like as a side thing. So let me see. I'm not going to look too long for this if I can't find it. They have a cool section with like gear as well, like fancy gear. So they have ridiculous things like speakers which cost $12,000 and stuff. But it's just cool to see what's out there.
I like the layout. Very colorful.
Yeah.
Get the white.
Yeah, it's very
the colors
nice.
are very there. I like that.
Yeah. So crazy, £10,000 bicycles and all kinds of just madness. Okay, I can't find it. Never mind. But yeah, I recommend it.
But it's whatever.
Normally, every month when I get it, I just tweet a picture of it and say New Wired magazine because.
Do you read it from the first page to the last page, like every single thing?
There are like a few things. There's a few articles where I have like opinion pieces, which I don't really care about the topics a lot of the time, but I'm reading like 90% of it.
You like your own opinion, not their opinions.
Well, it's just like some things, some topics like where will healthcare be in 10 years or 2020? I don't really care.
I hope to have it.
Yeah.
At this point, I hope to have it.
Yeah, they had a lot of articles about Chinese businesses, like the equivalent to Uber in China, which I forget what it's called, even though I have it on my phone from when I was in Shanghai. But anyway, it is time for Inferno. Faze Clan will be on the T side with Glocks for the most part. Nico's been dropped to P250 by Karrakin, who has got a smoke and a flash. The one tap, though, will take Rain out. 5 USPs as per usual. Rez will have a smoke and diffuse kit, which we did say was missing from previous pistol.
You might have heard my rant. Maybe tuned in the streams like, hey, I wonder what these guys are saying. Guess what? Get a kit. There you go.
Well, 4 Faze players remain in the last game of the European segment of the show. Because of the delay area, we are quite behind, actually.
Yeah.
So let's see how this goes. Many of these games have gone the distance. This pistol round may do the same, but look at the flank from Dennis. He's just walking down to the bottom of mid, and there's engagements at the top of Banana. In the meantime, going through the smoke. That should have been 1 or 2 for Rez. It was 0. Guardian getting a kill, and now Dennis is behind the smoke, and Nico gets picked off very easily. Again, he is a pistol god. Wolfmeister facing the front, get right, forcing the action, and he will get the kill. This could be a very successful pistol round for Ninjas in Pyjamas, and it will be. 3 players get the cheap helmet upgrade as well for Ninjas in Pyjamas, which may mean more rifles as well.
I wonder what Rez was doing. He kind of like just jumped in the in the pit with them, all the T's as they were rushing, because they had kind of a crossfire in the bomb site. He's just jumped right in as they're rushing. It's kind of weird. It's suicide. Look at that. It's kind of a little handicap here.
Guardian with a HE. Beyond that, there isn't a lot going on in this particular round. Ooh, that's a nice moneymaker for Rez, and there's more SMG fire to come from Get Right. Down to the pistol now. He's not messing around. Very quick one from him. Well then, it's a shame for Lecro, because when he bought his helmet, he was $50 short of a rifle, so he's had to go with the MP5 instead. The MP7 is literally better. I don't see, well, I mean, the benefit of the MP5 is you don't have tracers, but it's like a worse version of the MP7. That's basically how they added it to the game. So
It's height, man. People love height.
indeed they do.
Look at this. We're gonna run past Molotov, kind of creeping up the middle. Look at the fast mid take by Faze, just creeping up, and Dennis almost caught off guard. Rightfully so, just runs back in the bomb site.
I wonder if they had a read that 3 players would start towards the B bomb site. Some flashes will slow them down. They don't get past the choke point, but of course they are far better equipped. Lecro trying to rotate back. And surely FaZe realized there are 2 players most likely towards this A site for us in the pit, under the balcony, doing huge damage, as is Dennis. And they've really bought time for their team to rotate as well, leaving Carrigan alone 1 versus 2 with the Krieg trying to smoke off the arch position as a flashbang. He's blind. He may have been spotted by Get Right. The smoke is not perfect. Again, 1 versus 2, a minute on the clock. Does he commit to a bomb plant? He has no idea where the second player is. He knows Get Right was towards arch. He will commit, but where does he go? Does he defend from the site itself? Quick reload. There's a fast reload of the Krieg. Still 1 player spotted. Where is the other player? Doesn't matter now. There is the frag. Round number 3 for Ninjas in Pyjamas. An expensive one, but they get upgrades. 2 AKs coming out. Not too shabby.
Not too shabby indeed. And why is there no love for the FAMAS? People love those submachine guns over FAMAS. I don't know. I prefer to get the FAMAS a lot of times over submachine guns, especially with the new money system.
Yeah.
They know they're going to probably, well, I guess Faze is a little random. Like, they sometimes buy in that second round, so I don't know. Still, FAMAS will still be good.
Yeah, you did mention this yesterday as well, but I do think it is a very good point. When you know the buy is coming, you need something better to duel with. Blind players flying up mid. That is exactly the start NIP want in this round. This is a money-making round, a economical stabilization round for them. Carrigan's made his way through to Ennis, but can't get a kill just yet. Forest so good of a silence them for one of the last bastions of a gun. Now Nico remains. Bought Kevlar for this round. Do have to stand still a hell of a lot more if you want to get a headshot with a Tech 9. So this is a rough spot for him. He's looking for an overextension. Maybe someone will go searching, considering there are 4 players towards A and 1 towards B for NIP. Nico could entirely walk towards the B bomb site, so they may get curious eventually. Because it's just, you just don't need that 4th player anymore towards the A bomb site. And indeed, they'll hold all the angles and Lecro will rotate. So now there's less reason to go searching. Nico running out, trying to punish a grenade being thrown, but nothing doing. He tried to squeeze as much out of that lemon as possible, but no juice.
Nice try. I like the idea. Waiting it out. He'd have got to rotate, make the chances a little bit better, but he went from 2% to 3% in that situation, so not much of a difference. Now Faze down 0 to 4. They want to get on the board. They don't want a goose egg anymore. They want to keep it going. IP. Throwing utility down this banana. Molotovs everywhere. Stairs, banana, middle. It's an blazing inferno here in the B banana.
5 kills in 4 rounds. Not the best start for FaZe. That will certainly help though. Rez ragdolling on the barrels. Looks like a drunken man out on the streets, falling asleep.
Just look right out here in Santa Monica. You see a couple of those every day.
5 versus 3 now for FaZe, looking for their first round. Ninjas in Pyjamas considering rotating a second player towards the B bomb site, but it seems Forest will go back towards A, maybe with noise being cut by FaZe. Minute mark And they wait for a mistake for
I like this by
overextension.
NP. I like this by NP. They just gamble stack it. Just stack 3 in a bomb site. Hope for the best. Way better chance than having like 1 or 2 people.
Beautiful peek from Lecro. 3 players towards the archer position, however. 2 frags for Ninjas in Pyjamas, and now there is a wrap towards the B bomb site. So will they pursue Ninjas in Pyjamas? It seems maybe not. I do think that doesn't happen often enough. Just rotate the 3 players to one side if they go the other way to save. I don't think it happens enough, on Inferno especially.
Yeah, at this high level of gaming, you know, players are so good. It's like hard to hold the bomb site by yourself or with only 1 person if they have 5 people alive on the other team. So you have to risk it. If they don't go to your site, you can save it. If they go to your site, you have a lot better chance 3 on 5 than 1 on 5. Inferno being pretty hard on retaking as well. I think it's one of the hardest maps to retake bomb sites to CT, just because T's a lot of small nooks and crannies, and you have to have a lot of utility just to retake any bomb site. But you use it a lot to stop them from taking bananas. So it's like, what do I do?
Four to 1, first round on the board for FaZe Clan. Now let's see if they can string some together. Almost went into a Jamaican accent there.
There you go.
I have no Jamaican relations.
It's Halloween.
Do like plantain though.
Very delicious.
Cocoa bread gets a thumbs up on occasion. All right then, Lecro not going too far. Guardian waiting. He was patient last round and picked off Dennis, having a look in mid. Do not believe they'll make the same mistake twice. Rain with some pre-fire. I don't know if he spotted Dennis. Maybe he did with the HE coming out. HE in return. Communicating with grenades. They're like poor man's dolphins.
I throw a nade, you throw a nade.
A minute 20 on the clock. We've got 2 Ninjas in Pyjamas players towards the bomb site. An exchange of smoke grenades to stop FaZe from advancing. So much time on the clock though. Really does feel... Once they change the clock, oh, there's not time, maybe later. Rez, the frag through the smoke, and another one. Big hold from him so far. Again, plenty of time still, even at this point. But they're committed to the B bomb site phase, planting the bomb next to, not on the coffins. Managing to escape with that. Some wall banging from Rez with the AWP. And now what do they do? 5 versus 3 retake. Plenty of flashbangs, a few smoke grenades. They could try to isolate Banana, but Dennis is showing some presence there. Just threw a flash to boost over the smoke. No kill though. And time is running down. Rain, that's a huge play from him. Guardian holding Banana. And all of a sudden it's a 3 versus 2. That bomb is ticking Forest through the flames. Someone's got to get on this bomb. Forest trying to hold everything down, but Rez is being picked off immediately. Forest, surely there isn't time. Instant flick from Guardian. Absolute monster. 3 kills from him. The only man to survive, to tell the tale to his children.
And just like that, it shows a great example of how hard it is to retake this B bomb site. Even a 3 and 5 situation. Hero played from Rain to push like that, but still wasn't enough to retake and defuse the bomb. Maybe get a second one.
Guardian is awesome, man. I'm fanboying Guardian really hard at the moment. I won't lie.
It's been their phases pretty much saving grace on the last map. Very huge impact with those AWP kills. A lot of entry kills.
First flashbang, top mids. Lecro can still see, but the numbers game may overwhelm him. He's blind this time on the second flash. That was really nice.
That's a good one.
Dennis stuck in Boiler with a 5-7. Paragon peeking. Paragon's gone. That's the weapon to be collected. Forrest trying to buy time for his team. The bomb is down. Another kill from him. He's still got bullets, but finally he will be traded. Get right, trading places. But now he's conceded his position, not getting the kill on the player in the pit. Olofmeister trying to plant. There's no cover now. The smoke has gone down. Charging in is Get Right. Olofmeister with 1 HP. Someone at 1 HP. 1 versus 2 now for Olofmeister, forcing the issue. Rez on the CZs, and Olofmeister is dead. Round number 5 for Ninjas in Pyjamas, collecting a Krieg and an AWP. Fast action on Inferno.
Exactly. Usually it's apart from last map where there's a lot of slow defaults trying to get picks. This one's just a little different. Phase, kind of on a weird buy. Guardian has to get a Mac 10. Pistol from Rain and UMP from Nico. And Guardian actually very low buy for Phase, so getting chunked there.
Cheeky. Normally you see that play with a Molotov down. It is getting somewhat predictable though, so NIP do it without a Molotov, and that is not expected by FaZe. No answer to that frag. Caught off guard, and they are ill-equipped for this round, FaZe clan. AK-47, double UMP, and a MAC-10. They need a close quarters engagement. They've got the flashbangs, a few smokes. Need Bedlam and a key to be on their side. 4 players focused on the B-bomb site at the moment. Rez with a nice angle. Can he avoid a flash though? 3 flashes remaining for the T's. There's the first one. The shot and the position will be conceded. Get right. Holding the high ground. Reload of the AWP. A rotation of 1.5 players. Lecro on the way over. He's got a flash for the full position. He's got the Molotov out first. And indeed, with that flash, Get Right can take a more forward angle. He's holding the flash there. It's so strong, this pull flash, but will it come fast enough? Maybe not. Get Right's blind as well. Unable to track. Rez, new box. Oh my god.
What?
Is that a pre-fire?
That was a pre-fire.
That was ridiculous. Guardians left with a MAC-10 versus 4 players. What a bizarre situation. Hiding in the pull position. Maybe he gets 1 kill out of this. He rings the bell of Lecro. Lecro will survive. 1 player lost for NIP. And Phaser on the eco. That was unreal.
See it?
Show me the money. Oh. There's no way that's reactive.
Yeah, it's, he didn't see him. He didn't see him.
Maybe.
I don't know. I don't think he saw him.
Maybe he's got those young fibers.
Listen, reaction time.
That's almost African level fibers.
Yeah. Okay, reaction time does not go down to you're like 60 or 70 years old, right? That one article that people wrote on StarCraft 2 10 years ago is not a great article to base all our opinions on reaction time on. Just throwing it out there for everybody.
My reaction time is slower because I'm longer.
You are quite tall.
I am. No, it's true.
Yeah.
I have more like MS lag because I'm longer. So like brain to fingers and stuff.
So
I'm not even trolling.
0.00001 more milliseconds. I guess it adds up.
Exactly. Yeah, it does, man.
That's
it really does.
Carrigan knows. He pulls
I've got
away
lag
with
like a dodgy LCD screen.
Those were bad back in the day. Those LCD screens. Ugh.
Yeah, playing fighting games as well as PC games.
Played CS matches back then at LAN tournaments, the old LCDs. Outside. That was terrible. Couldn't see your screen.
Oh dear, moving before shooting. Some nervousness maybe from Rez, and who can blame him? He's on his own. That's a lovely shot from Rez. So important to retain his position and the weapon. Misses the second no-scope, but Get Right is here to stop the weapon falling into enemy hands. A Molotov to force Guardian from the close range. 3 versus 2 retake, no smokes this time for the T's. Lecro and the Red not dead. Again, 3 survive, 2 AKs and an AWP, can't complain.
Good eco, plant, got some guns, got some kills. NIP taking it 7-2. Coming out. Guns ablazing on Inferno. Can they wrap it up here? Can they run away with it? Can FaZe come back? They have a lot of money. Op on Guardian. And off the res, he's been doing pretty well with it. So might as well keep feeding the beast. If someone's on fire, you keep feeding them. As we see. Molotov from Rez down the middle, but Guardian's going to wide swing and take out Rez before he can fall back. That mid push, you can't do it too many times against Team FaZe. They're going to be watching for that.
Yeah, that's a big early frag.
There's Rain. He's just lurking in the halls, trying to find some forest. Very common spot in the balcony. See a lot of pro teams. I'm surprised people haven't started spamming that with an AWP at this point. You know, on the balcony,
yeah,
you look in the halls in X-ray and you see a person there almost like 5 times at least.
As a CT?
Yeah, the CT.
Oh, you mean like from the stairs, the wallbang?
Like
or
no,
from the bridge?
From T side.
Okay.
Like you up, like where he's up there. Well, he's not there now, but I see people there all the time. I wonder why hasn't anyone tried attempting op in that spot? And then who goes alls or hauls with an AWP? Guardian does.
Smoke on Arch, denying the library position. Sometimes teams will make their way through that smoke, but it is looking like the wrap at this moment in time. Get right taking matters into his own hands, spotting the bomb immediately. So much information with that one frag. And that's a big frag from Wolfmeister. The T's trying to creep in, but Lekro is facing in the right direction. Those are huge frags from him. Dennis losing the bomb once again, leaving Nico 1 versus 2. He is miles away. There isn't enough time to win this round. Where is he headed? Surely he realizes 15 seconds remain. Maybe he needs to die at this point. No, it will have to be the Hero AK in the next round.
Indecisiveness might kill him. Well, he wants to die, I guess.
Ah, the AWP. Oh, looking, hiding, surviving. That's an interesting one. The AWP on a T side of Inferno, not the easiest tool to use. Even as a can opener in a round such as this. So let's see what he's able to do. It's hard to argue against picking up the AWP, but it's down to him to prove how useful it can be as the hero weapon of choice.
Surprised they don't give it to Guardian. He's been pretty well with AWP. Nico, maybe he wants to get in the game. Not doing too well, 1 in 8.
Yeah, sometimes the AWP can make the difference if you're not really hitting it with the rifles. Lekro with an off angle, moving into the corner now. No Molotov, of course, in this round. Moving ever so slightly further. The 180 from Nico, second chance, but Lekro disappears. They have position now, trying to swarm, and Nico is the battle sniper that they need. Rain picking it up. He should definitely throw it to the likes of Guardian. He picked up an AK for himself, so there are problems here. Forreston was shooting his teammate, and this is falling to pieces for NIP. Get right, has to hold. Getting tagged by Guardian. He knows, oh, that's a big frag from him. Where on earth is Rez, though? Coming into apartments. Now, Guardian has the bomb. He can reset the situation with a brave rotation towards B. Moving towards Arch. Plenty of time on the clock. Surely he goes towards B in this situation. Surely.
Maybe so. I don't think he hears him yet in the sight.
Oh,
Maybe
Rez
they
immediately
hear each other.
realizes. Oh, is he even? No, almost. And around a corner.
Rez is hot on the tail.
Yeah, cuts the noise. Guardian peeking. He's not going to expect construction, surely. He's got the cover, though. He's positioned himself well. The only thing he's exposed to, really, is a barrel jump from Banana. Now, what does Rez make of this? Is it possible that Guardian could be towards new box? Oh, he just missed him. That was so close.
The flick was so close. Rez taking the 1-on-1. Faze, though, is a save round. So, I mean, that's great on them. But still, 9-2, favor of Nip. Guardian's going to bring back the AWP. Nico still struggling to find his stride on this map. Single op setup from NIP. Rez still opping.
So dangerous, Faze.
Never count them out. Remember yesterday, never count them out.
Yeah, it was fun to watch the Hero AWP, but now we have a lot more in tow. Nico 1 for 9. He was close in the previous round, though. Put some players in the red. A flashbang for a retake of the Banana position. Some spray, but nothing doing. And that will have to be conceded, as we have 3 players moving up Banana now. Rez needs to be careful for a boost. Looks like it will be attempted. Will it be a double peek? Up he goes, and we saw Cadian fall into that this week as well.
It's such a difficult spot to be in.
Yeah, bruised, problematic. Nice spray from Lekro. Nico was already in the red. It's got to be frustrating, but he's got 2 kills.
There you go.
So he's on the way up. Guardian at the back of the fountain, 3 versus 3. He's unlucky to miss all those targets. The boost will come in eventually. Rain going into pull position. Then it's falling off. More grenades. Lekro flying through. And I was going to say that's not the best of ideas, but apparently it is. 1 versus 1 now. Forrest is top mid. Rotating towards CT. Now, ooh, Karrakin may... Okay, he hasn't heard him. I was going to say he might have heard him. If you're in the corner behind sandbags, you can hear players running up Speedway, but Forrest cut the noise. So many grenades from Karrakin. Is he going to go through the smoke? No time for a rotation, really. Faking. Forrest creeping through. Oh, he's seen him. Oh, no! 15 seconds. Molotov. Pop flash. HE from Forrest. Don't expect he'll use that. Carrigan, second oranges. He avoids the headshot positions in pool by standing here. He's going to have a look, though. The Krieg shows its strength. Take the AWP as well. And finally, FaZe have a third round on the board. So many plants as well in failed rounds for them.
Yeah, NIP really doing a great job on winning those post-plant situations. And that last round, very questionable play. It was a 2-on-3 situation, and the double smoke push was very interesting. As a CT, I mean, there's no reason to take that risk. I guess they're just trying to be random, maybe try something new. I don't know, maybe some explosive.
Fear of Guardian, I think.
The fear of Guardian.
Before he can post up properly, let's take the gamble, go for the surprise.
Ooh, how are they
That's
going
what it
to?
looks like to me.
How are they going to get down banana with that orange ball in the way? Just sit there, it's like, kick me, please kick me.
That's a nice upgrade. If he can take the smoke as well, he can smoke off the half wall. Oh, it's so close. Get the smoke, get the smoke, get the smoke. Gets tagged at the same time. Timing is somewhat brutal, but there is the area control.
Look at that.
To the remainder.
Save the gun, fall right back. Get right's going to stay in the B-bomb site. Well, his teammate rotates over to CT spawn. Look at Forrest. Look at these Zeuses. How many Zeuses do they have? They have 2.
Ooh, up bum.
Wait, what?
I guess. Yeah, I don't quite know what happened there, actually.
Must have just peeked boiler.
Not sure which weapon to use. I would have stuck with a Zeus.
I would step with Zeus too. I'm a little upset by Zeus's. Sometimes you hit him like in the arm and we do like 85 damage.
I never buy a Zeus, ever. I don't even know where in the menu you buy it.
Did they
I've never
allow
bought
it
one.
on FACEIT? I thought for a long time it was
For the longest time, it wasn't enabled. But they're enabled now.
That's good. Yeah, Zeus, I don't know. Okay, Red's going to try to save this AK. FaZe gathering as many T rounds as they can.
Are they playing football in the pit?
Yeah, they are. There's the ball. So there's 2 on every map? Is that what it is?
I believe so, yeah.
There we go, 4-9. Of course, if FaZe wins out, still not a terrible half for NIP. But I'm sure they would like the 13 too. That'd be nice. Of course, you can't have everything. And pretty standard, nothing too crazy. And 3 ult, 2 middle. But man, taking that is so risky.
The cost of making sure there are no shenanigans in mid. And that's the benefit for Ninjas in Pajamas. They made that play. They didn't have the Molotov down. Now FaZe have no idea when they're doing that. Then you have to eat the meaty HE grenades to make sure it doesn't happen. They're all lining up to the UMP. It's a nice money made by Lakeroy. The bomb is down at his feet. Spray transfer for the trade. Surely go the way of the CT side. Dennis doesn't need to fight to the death there. 2 versus 1. Smoke offers instead. Give up the bomb. Now Guardian could rotate back towards the B-bomb site. So there's a very reasonable chance he gets a 1 versus 1 wherever he chooses to go. Ninjas in Pajamas for now still focusing on the A site. Forrest is in a strong position on the balcony.
So there you go, here's a chance to spam it. Do it.
Oh, this position.
Yeah, there's like, see, it's so common. I'm surprised people haven't started spamming that. Forrest taking out Guardian. Playing the safe angles, you know, Guardian's not picking up a rifle. He's going to stick with the AWP.
That's such a hard spot to walk out of because you could have somebody with an off angle in the pit, which I think he was looking for. Lining up around the smoke. The CTs were in the right spot to trade. 10 rounds for Ninjas in Pajamas. Maybe going 3-1 over FaZe today if they can close this one out, but there's still plenty of CS to be played. Maybe not in this half though, as we are into the last round of the first half. Meister on a Mac 10 to the last round, not an ideal tool for his job.
But Faze, they're going to take control of Banana. They've given up this round. Dennis getting the early pick in the apartment is going to quickly drop back. Got the man advantage, so don't force it. Don't want to be like Virtus Pro and flank or something.
Nice HE to the corner. Always a chance that they could be boosting behind there, and in fact, they will do exactly that after the HE grenade. Nico jumping up from behind the wall. Smart stuff from him. Other people will have been exposed over the smoke, and indeed 1 HP. Could get killed by a flashbang. Molotov won't help. Oh dear. Rez has been traded. The bomb is on Banana. Lecro has made his way over. No flashes for him. No flashes for Get Right. Just guns for these players. Off angle. Ooh, Guardian creeps, crouches rather at a perfect time, but will die anyway. And there's a nice burst from Get Right. 3 kills from him. 11-4 in favor of Ninjas in Pajamas.
Very impressive CT half by NIP. Their rotations were on point. Their retakes were on point. Exchanging was just phenomenal, and I mean they're really just making Faze's head spin, circle around and around. It's very nice to see that, especially in a map like this, where I have troubles. I see other teams have troubles on these kind of retake setups. Very hard CT side maps sometimes.
Carrigan smoking a defuse kit. P50 for Forest, kindly dropped by Lecro. Rain maybe taking one in the face through the wall since he's got 73 HP remaining. And now what? Good old pistol rounds, eh?
Oh yeah, and looks like NIP's going to be taking control of this apartments area. But Faze are not peeking. The bomb is still T-ramp. But Rez is going to leave. They're actually going to leave and head towards A. For how much room Faze is given NIP, they're going to go with this A take. But 4 people of Faze are stacked around this A site area. It's going to be a bloodbath. A war.
Love the rusty Karambit. Had one for a while. Rust coats. Out they come, flashbang. No help for Rez. T's on the site, trades going both ways. Quickly, oh, careful. Don't shoot your teammate. So much madness for Nico, doesn't know where to look. Olafmeister creeping now, spotted by Get Right. Doesn't need to repeat. Bomb getting planted, now there's a guaranteed crossfire for... Ooh! Oh, no! Lecro, where is he? Does Olafmeister have any idea? Where is the bomb? There it is. Hello. Drawing Lecro out. Seems to have an idea as to where he is. Lecro not believing just yet. Looking away, picks up a kit. Looking for that last kill. Does he hold now? He's got a lot of cover to hold. The smoke as well, but he still wants to draw Lecro out just in case. Oh, this is a big gamble. Misses the first shot.
Ooh, he outplayed him. He outbrained him. The smoke was actually a little bad, though. He tossed the smoke and went too deep into the wall, and it kind of went underneath. And so he couldn't cover the bomb with the smoke, but nice shots regardless from Olafmeister, giving his team a chance to win that round. Very nice, very nice. Looking dire straits for Faze, 4-12. Full save except for Olafmeister. P250. NIP spreading out and doing default, spamming the halls. Very nice for people that push. As this is happening, Get Right's gonna fake jump in the window, make some noise, try to just pull people. Rez is gonna try to sneak on in and gets a kill on Kerrigan, boosted up in the site. But gonna proceed to push on the back call, and Olaf's gonna take advantage of that one. Getting shot in the face through the wall. Provides a fallback as NIP is gonna be planting this B bomb site here any second now. Kills are going around, NIP's winning. Olaf, you have a mountain to climb.
Olaf is one of my favorite players to watch demos of.
Why is that?
Highly recommend it.
Why is that?
I don't know, man. It's just so you can see the intelligence in what he's doing.
He's a playmaker.
Yeah, he is. He doesn't give away too many sound cues, and he plays against other people's quite a lot. And it's just you know, something I like to do as well. So
very strong for team play. When I'm sure he's very annoying to play against in terms of just him out-lurking people and like a thorn in their side. You can't really over-rotate because then Olaf is going to take advantage of that.
Yeah, watching him play on the T side of overpass, for example, is really awesome. It's a nice flash from Get Right. Around the front of the site. Anybody holding an angle from coffins or something will be denied. 5 M4s for Faze. And IPO 3 rounds away from victory here. I think we should note. The frags seem to be evenly spread out across the team. It's a team effort. This is like a... I want to say it was iBuyPower. He used to walk around Arch on an anti-eco round, like 5 of them just walk around Arch together.
Sounds
towards
about
the A
right.
site, which I used to enjoy. And that Guardian wonders if this area has been compromised. Nothing on Speedway just yet. Will Dennis peek after Necro and Co? They're lining up. They're bunching together like some grapes, but they will not be squeezed between the fingers just yet. Necro, 10 HP. Everybody else is all good in the hood. Forest looking to cut off rotation, but players are backing off into the site. There's Get Right with a Mac 10 kill. So maybe B is looking good now. Oh, but the bomb's been dropped towards A. That's disastrous. Rain on the high ground. Oh boy. Okay, the trades will go in favor of NIP. You don't want to see a round lost like that.
Not at all.
Default plant. Carrigan caught with his knife out. Almost getting the kill, but the Mac 10 eventually gets there. Electro playing football, and NIP are 2 rounds away from victory.
Nice little strat there. And pretty good guess because FaZe played 3 people in B. And so it forced the people in A to play like a more of an insight pit kind of setup. You don't want to take middle with only so few people in that site. So good guesswork by NIP. Nades going down in the banana. 3 Ts from NIP, slowly working their way up. Rez playing anti-flash. Wide swinging, clearing the sandbags. Nothing. Kerrigan's about to pop flash for Olaf, but Rez is going to peek before that. Olaf being taken out. Now Kerrigan's going to have to slow them down with the smoke. Trying to wait for backup. This Guardian here rotates. But NIP slowed it down. They're going to walk back. Or just kind of dance around a little bit in banana while the other 2 players, Dennis and Get Right, work this middle. Nico peeking down. Size is too risky, falls back. Smokes are flying in B, but this is a fake. It's a ruse.
It is a trap, but the bomb needs to be collected. The UMPs of FaZe, can they keep them in this game? Oh dearie me, what the hell is happening? Get Right on the way to get the bomb, and surely Kerrigan knows exactly what that means. Why else would he be there going down T ramp? 40 seconds remain. We've got Rain on the A bomb site trying to create some space. But he has to duel with a UMP, not ideal. Might even be worth throwing a smoke just to be able to close in on the site. 29 seconds now, Get Right makes his way. Use the Molotov, the plant for default. Not wanting to cross into vision of Library. Nico has an AK after all. Absolutely ruined by Nico. And that's the 1 versus 2 for Forest. He's got no grenades, nothing to create space with. He's got 1v1 somehow. Nico, oh, they're both in the red. Can he find the angle? There's the first one. He knows Nico's far back. He's got 9 bullets. That might be enough. HE misses. Next bullet wins, and it will be from Forest. Match point for Ninjas in Pajamas.
That could have been disastrous for NIP. Get Right making a huge mistake there. No need to rush the jump in the pit in 2-on-2 situation, especially if you're not quite sure where the other 2 players are at. You know, plant the bomb, kind of hold an angle, and then you can make your move. So,
was there a weird bounce on the grenade?
what happened?
Or, okay, went behind the corner. So, well, here we are. Match point, Ninjas in Pajamas. Guardian with the scout. No headshot for him on this occasion. Charging down Banana are FaZe, but it's not going very well at all. It seems that NIP will claim their 3rd victory in 1 day on FaZe Clan, unless Rain and Nico can turn this around in a 2 versus 5. That smoke is absolutely awful, and Nico will just stand and get the first frag. The bomb is moving up with 2 players in tow. He repositions. Nico can't count him out. He will be frustrated with that. I know what kind of player he is. Rain is miles away. He will need to hitch right towards the B-bomb site. He has a flash and an M4. That is about it. 10-second defuse. Electro, no man's land. We'll find the last man. 16-4. A very quick game of Counter-Strike. Almost all Ninjas in Pajamas.
NIP turning around from the last map, really limiting the picks. That FaZe was just abusing them on train. So this map, playing a little more conservative, playing more together. The exchanges for NIP were amazing. The exchange kills, the spacing, I loved it. See here, Ring's trying to be a little hero, but still, it wasn't enough. Faze just got outclassed really, really hard. NIP bringing the heat. They want to make playoffs, James.
They do indeed. Very important W's for these teams. We'll see what the implications are on the leaderboard soon enough. But indeed, that's a big scoreline for Ninjas in Pajamas over a team like Faze, again, fresh off a win from Epicenter. Long day of Counter-Strike for both of these organizations. And we'll see what this means. Big clutch from Forest towards the end there, and here are the scores on the doors. 24-8 was Lecro having a very good time, but Rez is slightly in the lead with 21. Always thought it was unfortunate when Lecro was released from previous teams. I think he's a very good player, proved himself to be today. It wasn't there for Faze. Having only won 4 rounds, not many people are going to have many frags, so that is a situation there. Congratulations to Snip for their W on Inferno, and we'll soon see the leaderboard and again what the implications are as we move deeper into ECS in the European stages. So again, North still in second place for now. We can see Faze are in 4th, 7 for 7. They've got 4 more games to go, so I think their fate may still be with their hands. NIP 4 for 6. They've got 4 games over NIP and they're 3 wins behind. So we'll have to see how that plays out in the future. But it's still tight in the middle of the table. 2 teams on 15. And, well, Virtus Pro have got 2 games in hand over Faze. So they could end up on the same scoreline. So VP creeping up the table as well.
They're making a run for it. And just when everyone least expected it, they might come back in a fury of fashion with a chip in their shoulder. Fortunately for Optic, I think it's too far, too little, too late. But, you know,
yeah, 5 for 11. They've way too many losses. I think 7, 8 losses is the most you can really ask for. I think 7 may be the breaking point. 3 teams, Mouse Sports, Faze, Virtus Pro, all with 7 losses. So we'll see how that develops as things continue. But NIP already on 6, so who knows where those 4 teams will end up. That brings the European segment to a close. We are going to be heading into a Renegade extravaganza, still playing catch-up in the North American League. They'll be going up against Rogue first. That'll be coming up very soon, so stay tuned. Plenty more Counter-Strike to come.